Come on, make some noise for him on this morning to give you to the body of Christ. Say it ain't fair. He can pray and sing, play, and preach. But we thank God. He said 43 years of life. So we salute you on this morning, man of God, for the gift that you are. Thank you for all you do for Impact Church to make ministry happen, to set the atmosphere. For us, it's important. You may take your seats in the house of the Lord. I give unto God who is the head of my life, to the chief cornerstone of the church, God the Son, God the Spirit. For we thank God for Jesus, for it is him that we live, move, and have our being. We understand that he is the chief cornerstone of the church. That is what we're built and standing on this morning. Thank God for him. Thank God for Jesus. Of course, I thank God for my core team, everybody that's here that make ministry happen. Come on, make some noise for Deacon Zeno, Lady Zeno in our absence as well. Come on, make some noise for her. Of course, we thank God for Missionary Care. Make noise for her. Pastor Bird, Deacon Bird, his absence. Come on, pray and make some noise for them on this morning. Pastor Lister, Lady Lister, praying for them. Keep you lifted in your prayers as well. But we couldn't do what we do without them, those people that make ministry happen. And ministry training actually is in the back. You see everything that's online that's happening. It's because of her. We salute on this morning. With that being said, if you got a social media platform, go to your device and tell somebody you're at Impact Church. This word got you feeling some type of way. And I say it all the time. If you don't ever feel like taking a picture, you can take a picture of your boy, because I stay photo ready. Charles stay photo ready too. He did a whole photo album for his birthday. Stay photo ready, but you can take a picture, tell somebody you're at Impact Church. And if you would, do it online. I'm live too online now. I got that extra phone, so I'm watching y'all when I ask you to do it. Make sure you share it as we go live. Somebody say that's the evangelism 2026. Tag somebody you would like to be in church with them. Just tell them you should have been here. You should have been here. If you'll take the moment just to do that, quick picture, quick post, tag, tell somebody you at Impact Church DFW, and this word and worship got you feeling some type of way. If you'll do that for them on this morning, it'll be a blessing for those people that's watching online. Likewise, make sure you like and share as well as we go live and do what it is that God is calling for us to do. I say all the time, keep us in your prayers. We know as of this week, we are entering into a war with Iran, so I say definitely keep service ministers in your prayers. Special prayer for RG4. Pray for our son as well. Keep them lifting up in your prayers as he make transition. But I want you to just know that he covering prayer, but just a little extra prayer. When you pray, just throw his name out there unto the Lord. And then also keep in mind, if you see myself or Lady M run out of this building, you can rest assured it's him calling or him FaceTiming. We're going to make this a priority. So if you see her run out, see her answer phone, don't take it for granted. She's making sure that she's talking to him as he have transition that's going on. Definitely, with that being said, can be heavy hearts but heavy minds at the same time. I don't take it lightly. I say all the time, first natural, then spiritual, Pastor Bird. So you see what's going on around the world. So you see we just went from a cold war to a hot war. Cold war meaning you're not actively taking lives, but cold war meaning you could be doing cyber warfare, propaganda, sowing seeds of disinformation like Satan do with us. But then it go to a hot war. And I say first natural, then spiritual. That's Isaiah talking now. He said now when you see stuff that happen in the natural, you can watch now Lady M and see those things transpiring in the spirit. Just like you seen things go from one end of a stream, Lady Lister, you see this end of a stream going into the spiritual as well. I believe we have just entered into a high phase as it relates to the body of Christ. How you know that? I believe the intensity of the attack. One, I talked to the married couples. We had a meeting for one flesh, brought them to the house. So, this is why I was telling them the reason why the enemy attacked marriages. Watch this so heavy. Watch this, Lady Lister. He attacked it so heavy because marriages is the example of Christ's relationship with the church. So the sooner he could tear marriage down, he could tell that particular example that he have. Why you say that? Because the Bible says that he's married to the church. Then he also say he married to a backslider. Then he coming back for a bride without a spot, blemish, a wrinkle. Jesus called the church a bride. So if he could tear down the image of marriage and make marriage don't hold his weight, that's why you hear people saying, now ain't no point in getting married. We live together. What we getting married for? It's because they want to get rid of the sanctity of marriage, but then the favor and the grace of marriage, and then the intensity of the attack. And I say that so the people go, so you can sense that in your spirit, Just like you see it in the natural, you're seeing it in the spiritual as well. We've been attacked. Don't take it for granted. John 10:10 said, "A thief come now, but to kill, steal, and destroy. But I have come." Somebody say he came. He came that you might have life and that you might have a life more abundantly. So anytime you see the enemy coming in your life and you see the intense attack, watch this, Pastor Bird, where the enemy is stealing something from you. He's trying to kill or he's trying to destroy something in your life. You can rest assured that's where God is trying to increase life in your life. So if he's attacking your finance, God trying to bring a blessing. If he's attacking your marriage, he's trying to bring commitment and stability. If he's attacking the kids, he's just trying to attack your inheritance because God got a blessing tied to your legacy. So it's confirmation of chaos. It's a confirmation of the call of God on your life. If he lets you go through it, I promise it's all on purpose so he could bring you through it so you can see his grace, so you can see his mercy, and you can see it. Somebody say, I believe that. I believe that. Let me get to the word. Get to the word. This is what God put in my spirit the whole month. I told you this is the month of miracles. I don't know about you. I don't take it lightly, and I don't say anything lightly. If God don't tell me to say something, I won't say it. But he woke me up, and I sensed it. I sensed that God was moving and doing miracles, Nick, is shifting and changing things. And I wanted you to encourage that you pull up on God on these next couple of days while this atmosphere is right. I told you that we were entering the month of grace for Impact Church. That's a word for Impact Church locally because it's our 5th month. And in that month, I believe we're operating in grace and we're operating in the miracles and the blessing of God. And you would not be a good steward, or you'll be an unjust steward if you're not taking advantage of what God is opening doors, making it happen. I told you we're moving on the maybe, and here it is. Coming from the book of Ruth is where I want to be at, the book of Ruth, the Old Testament. Ruth, we know her. They just dropped a movie about Ruth and Boaz. We say all the time about Ruth and Boaz, but I'm going to try to tell the story so you can see it in a different light. Ruth chapter 1, verse 1. Chapter 1, verse 15 is where I want to be at. Verse 15 to 17, if you'll stand for the reading of God's word. Verse 15 to 17, Ruth chapter 1. And it said, and she said, this is Naomi talking to Ruth. This is Ruth's mother-in-law. Look, your sister-in-law, Oprah. She have gone back to her people and to her gods, lowercase God. Return after your sister-in-law. In other words, leave me. This is what it said, Pastor Bird. Do what your sister-in-law do, Keith. Don't stay with me. Go back like your sister-in-law do. Then she told the lady, go serve outer gods. 16, but Ruth said, don't intrigue me. Another translation said, don't push me away. Don't you challenge what God had told me. Watch this. I will not leave you or turn back and follow after you. Watch this. For wherever you go, I will go. Watch what she say. And wherever you lodge, wherever you lay your head, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people. Your God, capital G, will be my God. Verse 17, where you die, this bows, I will die. Man, lady, she said, if you close your eyes for the last time, I'm going to die there too. And I will be buried. Then the Lord said unto me, and moreover, if anything but death shall part us. Yeah, anything but death shall part us. For a little while, I want to talk from this thought. Moving on a maybe makes you move. Moving on a maybe will make you move. Will make you move. The grass wither, the flower fade, but the word of God shall stand forever. Look at your name and say, I just got to move. I just got to move. Ain't got all the details, but I got to move. We're in the 67th day of the year of 2026, Keith. It's only been 67 days. But I want to be honest, it feels like a year then passed already. Yeah, we only in March, but already in March, watch this, it seems like so much drama and hell and chaos. And somebody asked me, man, how long Trump been in office? I said, man, we just getting started. It ain't even 90 days yet. We're just getting started in this particular election. And I was telling them as I recap this 67 days, we had rumors of wars. We went from rumors of wars, Pastor Bird, to active wars. We went from rumors of financial crisis, watch this, Jamie, to the dollar losing its value. We went from artificial intelligence, AI, Charles, helping and supporting jobs to artificial intelligence taking jobs. Yeah, this year already, I hate to say it like this year has been one hell of a year already. Y'all pray for me, Bird. I'm trying to do better. You got to pray. Nikki, pray. I'm 78 hours. Wonder here it is now, supporting this and understanding now. I believe we're at a point now. There's a divine inflection point. Yeah. We're at a point in our lives now that we got to make a decision and we got to begin to make a change. Minister and training actually now that we got to see that God is trying to turn the corner in our life, and we got to realize since God is trying to turn the corner, we got to sense what's going on, Charles. Watch this now. It's just not just another birthday. It's not just another year. It's not just another March. It's not just another Sunday, but this is a divine inflection point. God want to do something in your life. For those of you who don't know, watch this, a divine inflection point is a point in life that a critical moment that happens. It's a period of significant change that alter your future, that shift your priorities, your perspectives, and your circumstance. Often arise through major events in your life, like a new job, a relationship change, a loss, or watch this, an internal shift that happened with you that says life can't stay the way it is. Yeah. That's a divine inflection point when something in your spirit, Zeno, we won't let you settle the way you used to settle. You ain't at ease. It got you up in the middle of the night. It got you walking the floor. It got you researching. It got you Googling. It got you trying to find a different route, Jamie. It's because now you at a divine inflection point in your life where you got to ask your question. Have you ever been in your life where you had to leave something that you love, yet without knowing where you was headed, but you know you couldn't stay here? I'm talking to a handful of people on this morning where you had it in your life where you knew where you was, you couldn't stay, but you didn't know where you're going. Later, him and I testified about 7 years. Watch this, Zeno. We know quite where we was going. Yeah, nobody never heard of Mansfield, Texas. We heard of Mansfield, Louisiana. We know nothing about Mansfield, Texas. But watch this now. What we did know, later, we can't stay here. All the stuff that's going on, we got to make some moves, and you can sound crazy and you can look crazy. Watch this, Nikki, by making moves and making decisions, because watch this, you can't articulate what's in your spirit. It's like a quiet, gnawing activation that you sense in your spirit that you can't even find the words to audibly say, but something in you won't let you stay the way you are. Yeah. Everybody else content at the job, and here it is, you trying to get another degree. Everybody else calm, cool, and collected. Here it is, you researching and watching the flow, and everybody else comfortable. For some reason, you uncomfortable. Some reason, it's discomfort in your spirit, and you realize you can't settle for what's been. You want something different. And I'm telling you on this morning, I believe I'm talking to you. God got you here on divine assignment because it's something different in your life He want to bring to the table. Somebody say, you talking to me, 3. Here it is. Quote said this: it takes courage to leave your comfort zone. It takes courage to go after your dream. It takes courage to live a life worth remembering. It's very easy to die, y'all. Watch this now. But it takes courage to live. That's unknown. I ain't know where it come from, but it helped me on this morning because it says now, Charles, you got to make it in your mind that you're going to live a life worth remembering. It's easy to take the easy road. It's easy to make the easy decision, sit back and relax and don't challenge yourself. Don't push yourself to do better. But it takes somebody that got courage to say, I'm going to risk it. And I'm talking to some people that you done made some challenges and you made some risks in your life. You dreaming big. You got goals. You got entrepreneurship in your spirit. You ain't settled on a 9 to 5. There's something in you that wants you settled like everybody else. And you don't know what it is. You try to fit in, but you can't. You try to be normal, but you can't. But it's something that constantly pulling you, I believe, because God got you at a divine inflection point. One of my favorite movies said like this, Shawshank Redemption. He said like this: get busy living, get busy dying. In other words, he said you got a choice. You got a choice. Are you going to pursue life, or are you just going to live life and whatever being thrown at you? Or are you going to be willing to pursue what it is that God has for you? And I want to challenge you and tell you on this morning, you here at Impact Church, and I come to tell you a couple of words, and that is to pursue what it is that God had placed in your spirit, the dreams you have, the aspirations you have, the goals you have. You got to pursue it regardless of what the enemy will do. The enemy will make the environment around you, make you question the purpose that God has on your life. He'll inflict you with pain, but I have found the pain, watch this bird, the pain push you into your purpose, but watch this, your purpose make you ponder why you got the pain, because God will give you a purpose, but at the same time, he'll attach you with pain. Come here, Paul. Paul will testify that said he asked for the thorn to be removed 3 times, and he said, my grace is sufficient. You mean you got purpose, you got destiny, you got a plan for me, but you still gonna leave me in pain? Because God will use the pain to put you into purpose. I know you might not like this on this morning, but I want to tell you, everything you pray about ain't going to be answered. I'm telling you, every prayer you ask ain't going to be answered. Some stuff you're going to have to go through with tears in your eyes, and you're going to have to trust him in spite of. Yeah. You're going to have to push in spite of. You're going to have to know that his grace is sufficient enough. So let me make some nice. Just a contemporary song. I'm going to overemphasize the text. Somebody say, preach 3. That's what I came to do on this morning. Let me do a little homework. As a Sunday school alumni, I got years in there. I know this generation, y'all don't like Sunday school, but I got years, decades of it. Here it is, Bird. The story of Ruth. We talk about it, but we overlook. There's so many different factors in here that, nigga, I ain't even got enough time to do it. It's a series all by itself, Bird. But I ain't got time. Bird, the real preacher, maybe she'll come back and clean this up one day. Watch this. Watch this. First thing we see in the text, we see Naomi. Naomi is the mother-in-law to Ruth and Oprah. Here it is. She's the mother-in-law. She's the mother-in-law that just lost her husband, but then she stayed in Moab 10 years with her sons. Her sons get married to her daughter-in-law. It's where you get Ruth and where you get Oprah. Here it is. 10 years later, a decade after leaving Bethlehem, they in Moab. They leave Bethlehem because it is a famine. Yeah, it ain't no food. It ain't the things necessary to survive. So they go to Moab because they leave and watch this, a physical famine. They go there. All of a sudden, things are blessed. Things are going well. Everything is well. Then her husband died. Secondly, watch this now. Both of her sons died and ain't no grandkids. Yeah, I know in this day and time, you could just get on LinkedIn or something and hook up with somebody. You know how y'all do online when y'all hook up with somebody, get in somebody's DM. But back in the day, if a woman didn't have a husband, didn't have a man, didn't have a son, a grandkid, she didn't have value to bring to the table. So here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Naomi is frustrated. Watch this, and mad with God. That's why I like the Old Testament. She's mad. She upset. She tell her daughter-in-law, go back to where you came from. Don't follow me. Yeah, one daughter-in-law culture, tell her that she love her and walk away. Then another daughter-in-law grab her, which is Ruth, and say, I ain't going nowhere. She's so frustrated with Ruth. And she tell him, man, even if I found somebody today and had a kid, would you wait till he get grown to marry him? No. Go back to where you came from. Ruth said, listen, stop trying to get me to go somewhere. I ain't going nowhere. Long story short, she said, where you die, that's where I'm going to die. Your God shall be my God. Your people shall be my people. It's in the text. I like the mess. So much so, Pastor Bird. Naomi stopped talking to her. Yeah, have you ever been so frustrated, not only just with God, but frustrated with God people too? Yeah. Well, you so mad, I can't even articulate what's going on. I don't want to talk right now because I'm upset. Yeah, not just with you. I'm upset with God. Come here, Christian people. I know most people won't tell you this, but sometimes in your life, you're going to get to the point where you don't understand God. Yeah. You're going to pick anybody else to go through this. You ain't had to pick me to go through this. I got a laundry list of stuff that I've been through, God. Why do I need this extra burden to carry? I carry enough. I carry enough already. This is what Naomi at. But watch this now. She leaves Bethlehem to go to Moab, and I'm just walking through the lesson plan. Watch this now. Because she was in a physical famine. But Nikki, she headed back to Bethlehem when she left in an emotional famine. Yeah, because now she said, I left Bethlehem full. I'm coming back empty. Bird, this is a preaching right there. I had a sermon in my sermon. I had a sermon in my spirit, Bird. I'm going to preach running on empty. Yeah, that's What Naomi said, I left here full, but now I'm returning empty. Yeah. Matter of fact, don't call me Naomi no more. Call me Mara, because Naomi means God's joy. Call me Mara, which means sorrow. Man, she in so much pain. Nigga, she want to change her name, Mama Karen. She in so much pain. Don't even call me that no more. Call me sorrowful. It's because there's so much pain and so much that I'm dealing with heavy. She don't understand what God is doing. That's what we got in the text there. Here it is. We see a shift. We see a change. But Ruth, holding fast to what God called her to do, she followed Naomi back to Bethlehem. Let me give you a little history so you understand. Moab is a place now. You got to be careful now, because it's a place where your dreams get suffocated. Yeah. Moab is a place that it just sucked the life out of you slowly but surely. All of a sudden now you'll find yourself in a despondent place where you don't want to pray, you don't want to read, you don't want to worship, you don't want to spend time with God. It's hard to get ready for church. It's hard to maintain. It's hard to be a mom. It's hard to be a wife. It's hard to be a good worker. It's because Moab will suck the life out of you. Yeah. Some places will do that to you, and I know some of you don't believe me, but I want to let you know geography holds spirits and demons and strongholds, because he tells us it's a rank struggle. He tells us about the enemy. But even more so, as an example, in Matthew and Luke, he said that Jesus cast out the demons, and the demon asked them, "Subject it be not, let us go into the swine." Y'all know the story. Jesus cast demons out. There's over 2,000 of them. They go into the swines, and the swines jump off the cliff. And he said, Pastor RG3, why they said that? Because they told Jesus it wasn't his time yet. They wanted to stay in the region, because there's certain demonic spirits that are attached to certain regions. And that's why you can see certain areas go through certain things. You're like, man, why is there always violence there? Nigga, it's a shooting area weekend. Why is there always bloodshed? That's what's going on. It's the spirit that's attached to the location. Come here. Some of y'all looking at that tone of voice. Boosie, watch this. I'm sorry. Minister in training, Boosie said it like this. He said, I'm a product of my environment. Yeah. I'm sorry. God's still working on it. What he was saying is, Keith, Lil Boosie was saying this. He was saying this, Judah, when you realize sometimes you are a product of what you've been around. Yeah, I'm glad some of y'all looking at me in that tone of voice, but you know some of the bad habits you got came from your mama and them. You act just like them. You look like them too. Here it is. So some of your ways, it come from them. And I told somebody, I dare you to start doing your homework. Start finding out who in your generation tree. You ain't lying for no reason. Your granddad and them used to lie. Yeah. You ain't trifling for no reason. Somebody else was in there. But understand those strongholds are real, but not just strongholds. Watch this generation of curses. It's generation of blessing too. Yeah, certain stuff you walk in, it ain't because of you, it's because of the ones that came before you. It predecessors. I told somebody today, I know I am the man today. It's simply because of my predecessor. Yeah, somebody prayed for me, had me on their mind. Took a little time. Yeah, and prayed for me. So Moab is that type of place, so you got to be careful. I also watched another definition of Moab. Watch this, Zeno. It's called stale water. You ever had stale water? With Mama Lewis with here, she'll tell you this. You got to be careful that Ozark water is the right water, Nikki. She'll tell you not just leave them bottles of water, and then she'll tell you some people don't have water. Mom, why you got all them waters in the closet? So what she was trying to tell us is something different between fresh water and stale water. It's because now when you let water set, sometimes in bottles, and you let it set for a while, even though it's clean, pure water, it becomes stale water. That's what Moab was. It became stale water. It was a place where they dug wells of their fathers. But sometimes old systems you can't take in new places. Woo! So you're trying to move them away from stale waters into fresh water. Come here, Impact Church. Let me help you out real quick. God is trying to transition us into fresh waters instead of stale waters. What you talking about with Impact Church? Online ministry with an in-person option. Why you saying that? Because I believe the church is in mid-metamorphosis. Yeah, I believe the church actually is in the metamorphosis. We're changing, and some people trying to hold it and trying to make it stay the same. And I believe during the pandemic, God was trying to shift all of us to online. Yeah. Afterwards, we went right back to the four walls. God trying to bust out the four walls We're trying to incarcerate ourselves back to the 4 walls. It coming Impact Church. We're going to help if we on in the 4th, 5th month. I'm coming. But I believe God bringing us to a clarity, to a point, watch this bird, that in midpoint of this metamorphosis, we got to trust him. You know when some go through a metamorphosis, it's ugly. Ask the caterpillar. That's why I go in the cocoon. Don't nobody want to see that. That's why folks talking about the church, why they raising money, why preacher doing this, why your dirt is being displayed, people lying and people being deceived. You ain't never seen the church attacked the way it is. It's because we going through a metamorphosis. It's ugly, but it's midpoint. That's why when that butterfly come out that cocoon, it's beautiful. It had time to do it, but in the cocoon. God letting our metamorphosis happen on Main Street. We seeing it in front and in real life, and we seeing stuff to go on. Yeah. So in that, it said moving Moab, I don't have time, to Bethlehem. Y'all know Bethlehem. Y'all been in church for a while. Bethlehem is the house of bread, fresh bread. God trying to bring us a place of bread. I told you about broken blessings. God trying to bring fresh bread in your life. He's trying to get them to a place where they can see what it is he want to do in their life. So he bringing Ruth to Bethlehem. Look how he get her there through the death of her husband, the death of her father-in-law, following her mother-in-law, trusting her mother-in-law, get her into Bethlehem. Let me use a little urbanology to unpack this theology, to enlighten somebody's psychology. Somebody say, preach RG3. Here it is. That's where I want to go. We're going to take off right here. The first thing I want you to realize, moving on a maybe, watch this now, it makes you incite a movement. Yeah, I had to take my time with this bird. Help me out. I'm a little slow, so God had to help me out. Louisiana Public Education. Incite, that's a violent change, a violent move. That's why they say incite a ride. When you start moving for God, you got to be a person that's willing to incite movement. Meaning, I'm not asking, I'm telling you. Ruth said, watch this, don't you forbid me to come with you. Where you go, I go. I'm not asking. I'm telling you. Yeah, Ruth had a little bullying. I like that. Ruth said, I'm not asking, I'm telling you where I'm headed. I'm telling you, in 2026, you got to stop asking and asking, please, and yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. You got to start declaring and making a decision and say, hey, nah, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not moving like that. Hey, I am moving like this. This is the decision. I was talking to somebody at work. They said, Mason, I don't think you should do that. Look what I hit him with, y'all. I ain't asked you nothing. It'd be different if I was taking a quandrum and I was trying to get a list and get everybody, get your feeling on it. If I asked you what you thought, I didn't ask you what you thought about it. I told you what I would do. Yeah. So the problem is some of you've been asking for permission so long, you're going to be just like Moses. You're going to spend 40 years in the wilderness because you need 12 spies. I don't need 12 spies. Just show me what I'm milking honey at. I'm drinking, y'all. I'm telling you right now, if you're pursuing what God told you, when I told you this is miracle money, I'm not playing with you. I'm telling you, pursue the miracles in your life. Yeah. Crazy doors open. Every week I'm coming with a testimony. Told you I got a testimony coming. I'm going to show it to you when they pull up outside. God brought it down to a price. Watch it, nigga. Walk in there. They say, you do know the iPhone 17 Pro, we're doing an upgrade. You and your wife already got something. I said, well, how much I owe you? Said, just turn in your phone. I said, huh? Said, just turn in your phone with my bill change. It's going to lower your bill by $30. You're going to lower my bill. You're going to give me a brand new phone. So I said, I see you, God. It's all around me. See, some of y'all sleeping. But I'm saying, if you don't start looking, I'm telling you, not running my mouth, not saying that so no good preaching. I'm trying to tell you, you in miracle money, that prices going to start falling, doors going to start out by opportunity, stuff in your body going to change, doctor going to have different results. You got to believe it, though. Yeah, I'm so psyched out, Zeno. I just think everything working in my favor. Yeah, promotion working in my favor, increase working in my favor, doctor knows working my phone working in my favor. I'm trusting him through the whole process. Yeah, not just for no good sermon. I believe it all because this is what he got in my life. So in this, when it comes with requiring mirror, watch this. Ruth had to leave everything she knows because you cannot get a harvest in Bethlehem while living in Moab. You got to make a decision. I won't stay here. I got to chase what God got me. That's on purpose. God has always required movement before miracle. Woo, come in for a minute. God has always required movement before a miracle. You can tweet this, post this. What are you saying? if Abraham would testify, he would testify on his mom. God said, get thee young from your kidney. Go to a place, I'm going to show you. Nigga, this would have been us. Hold on. Before I leave, can you at least, I got to put it in the GPS, where we going? I just need you to leave where you at. See, when you trust in God, that miracle, when I'm telling you on the movie, you got to trust him in spite of it, because God is crazy. God will give you a directive first to see if you'll follow directive. Then for the directive, he'll give you direction. And then for the direction, he'll give you details. And then for the details, he'll give you destination. Watch this. The direction. Can you trust me to leave what you know? Abraham, to tell you, I had to leave what I know. I had to leave my inheritance, walk somewhere, and trust God. God ain't giving no details. He split up the land between me and Lot. I still had to trust him. And then one night, God is giving him, watch it now, God is giving him direction, but also giving him details. Why would he say, Zeno, he still ain't gave him no destination? He said, look at the stars. Look up at the stars. That's how many descendants you're going to have. For the sand that's on the ground, no man going to be able to count. Man, you still talking about something you ain't even gave me the destination for. You still dropping something in my spirit, and let me Will Smith some of y'all in here, because God's still speaking stuff in your spirit that you ain't seen to come to pass. He just want to know, will you trust him in spite of? Yeah, you got to trust him, because God will place a divine disturbance inside of you that'll make you reckless, that'll make you watch this spiritually irritated. Anybody beside myself, you ever had a divine disturbance? I'm telling you right now, when we got busy about this, you asked LaShonda, I don't think I slept for like 3 days just writing it, putting stuff down. And she said, what's going on with you? I don't know, but I know it ain't comfortable. God told me to call up one day from work. I'm crying, I'm boo-hooing. And anybody know me, real Jesus don't cry. But I'm boo-hooing, Nick, and I'm so much so I can't control the child. There's so much tears. Say, call your wife so she can bear witness. She get there, I'm shaking and trembling. She know her man, ain't scared of nothing. But he woke me up in the middle of my sleep and he told me. In other words, she said in her terminology, he was just saying it's up from here. You know, it's up from here. That's what the Lord said. So in there, I had to trust him in the process, Jamie, because what he's trying to tell me is get somebody to bear witness of what I'm doing in your life. And I say it don't make sense. It don't add up, the numbers and stuff, because what we're trying to do, you're trying to bring logic into spirituality. This ain't practical. It won't make sense. It won't add up if you put it on paper. But if you trust God, he'll make a miracle. And I want to talk to some people. You up in your house and you trying to plan and you making preparation and you try to say, if I move this here, if I do this here, if I make a move here, it ain't going to make sense. Because this ain't about logic. This ain't about nothing that's practical. This is spiritual and spirituality. Spirit recognize spirit. You got to understand when God's talking to you, it don't matter what it look like. When God's speaking to you, it don't matter what you feel like, because you don't determine what God destined for you. He said, I know the thoughts I have towards you, thoughts of peace and not evil, to bring you to expected end. Somebody say, I got to move. Number 2, here it is. Watch this. A maybe that make you move, it interrupts your presence. You can't stay the same. When that thing hits your spirit, you can't stay comfortable. It interrupts what you have going on presently, because God wanted to shift something. Ruth 1:14 said this, Oprah kissed Naomi goodbye. Oprah, another name for her. Watch this by definition. It says her name means stiff-necked, you know. I said, what? Who gonna name that little girl stiff-necked? She must be bad coming out. Here it is. I said stiff-necked. It said she the type person that it's hard to tell them anything. You can show them facts and they still won't believe the facts. Yeah. You can tell them the truth and they still won't receive the truth. That's the person you can't even get them to change their mind about nothing. Yeah. I said, man. I said, be careful with this, because it interrupt you. Anytime a person won't move, sometimes you got to leave them where they at. Watch this. It's in the text. Bird, you didn't see Ruth try to stop Oprah? Woo. This is what some of y'all would do. Come on, girl. Come on now. This is what God want to do. Let's go to Bethlehem with Naomi. No, because some people, you got to let them go. Some people, you got to let them stiff-necked people, let them stay where they at. You would have wasted time trying to beg her to come. Yeah, because some people, they won't budge. Some people won't change. Some people going to stay the same. I had a heartfelt reality. What it is now, Sean, it's probably what? About 18 months ago, hit my heart. somebody I care about, somebody I love. God said, you got to let them be. Yeah, I'm trying to make something happen. I'm talking to them. I'm pouring my heart out to them, everything. God said, that person ain't listening to you. It's falling on deaf ears. You sound, hello, dum-dum, you cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. You've been saying the same thing your whole life to that individual. Now, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm talking about me and this individual. I've been talking to them for as long as I can remember. And then it dawned on me. You got to let that be. Even though you love them, you got to let that be, because that person choosing destruction. Yeah. No biting tongues on the morning. Sometimes people choose destruction. And so you got to be careful and let certain people go, because they're destructive thinking, generational poverty, toxic relationship, and fear of purpose. Yeah. I told somebody, watch this minister training action. I'm not going to entertain people that can't see the vision. Sitting there talking to you and all you got is negativity. I'm not staying the same. So if you want to stay there, but let me be. You're not going to sow your negative seeds in me and let them take root. Anytime I start dreaming, you're a dream killer. My team know this. I say this all the time. You bring me something negative, give me a positive too. Put some little sugar on it. Give me something. You know what I'm saying? We got to take some medicine. Give me something. Hey, you got some apple juice? Give me something to wash it down. Help me. Don't just be negative when it comes to something. That don't mean don't tell nobody the truth either. He said don't be negative. No. Sometimes you got to be to tell the truth. That ain't going to work, but we can do this. Yeah, be careful. Old people say it like this. One dog that bring a bone. Y'all must know old people. Y'all know old people too. I thought it was just me. Watch this, number 3. Here it is. Maybe make you insist on using your feet. Watch this. When you're moving on a maybe, it'll make you insist on using your faith. Some of you don't use your faith. You got to activate your faith. She said, your God will be my God. Yeah. What she said is, I'm going to activate my faith on this. I'm going to trust him. He helped me with this, and I want to help somebody. Hebrews 11:6 says this. Here it is, burn a little dyslexic. I'm going to read backwards for you on this morning. Hebrews 11:6 says like this. But faith, watch this, but without faith it's impossible to please God. For he that cometh to God must first believe that he is. And that, watch this, not only that he's a rewarder of those that diligently seek him. Yeah. He not just a God, Zeno, that we seek him for no reason. He said it's a reward attached to him. See, some of y'all ain't claiming your reward. Let me be messing right here. Sometimes you can have rewards and stuff stored up, but if you don't claim it, you don't have rights and access to it. When I worked for Shreveport Police, y'all, about $3 million of cash down there, just stuff people ain't claimed. People that turned their money for years. People find a while to go drop it off. Don't nobody ever claim it. It's just sitting there evidence. I said, who money this is? What's going on here? They said this is money in the evidence room. This stuff that people don't claim. Some of it because it's attached to a crime. So if they claim it, they're going to go, yeah, I can understand it. But then some of it is just lost and found. People that found money and good citizens determined. I said, what are these good citizens in? And I said, ain't no reward for turning his stuff in. So now the person got to go down and claim it. I said, man, all this money sitting here and people ain't claiming it, don't even realize what's available to them. Then I started thinking about the believer. You know how much stuff you ain't claiming? You got 66 books of claims and you only on your first chapter. You ain't claiming enough. You ain't being bold enough. God just challenged me a week ago. He said you ain't dreaming big enough. You playing with me with these popcorn dreams. You acting like I can't bust a move. I move Red Seas. You ask me about bathwater. Yeah. He said, you playing with me. You talking about cars and vehicles. I own fleets of cars. I own dealerships. Yo, you ain't thinking big enough for me. I said, okay, God, help me. Help my mind so I can see what it is you want to do. Watch this, number 2. Here it is. This is reading backward, Birdie. Help me with this. But watch this. Hebrews 11:1 said this. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for. Yeah, and it's the evidence of things not seen. Watch this now, nigga. If faith steal your hope, he got your faith. I'm going to say it one more time. You can see it on people's faces when they lose hope. They don't even believe no more. They don't trust no more. I said, do you trust God? I was talking to somebody, say, RG3, you pray for me. I said, I pray for you, but before I start praying, do you even believe? Let's not waste God's time. Because if you don't believe it, you don't have hope that God can and that God will, this won't work for you. By the way, somebody asked me at work, Bird. I said, I saw that stuff. I saw them videos and stuff. Do that stuff you did at your church with your daughter. Bird, I said, what you talking about? He said, what you were doing? I said, what you been doing? I said, you going to go to hell. I said, you going to go to hell playing with God. But what they were saying, Mama Carolyn, I seen you pray for people at the altar. Can you do some of that here? Then I thought about it actually. Yeah, because I am in church. But I told them the difference is on church on Sunday, because say you prophesy, you say, I said the atmosphere is sick. It's people that got an appetite for something. They don't have nothing for me. For as long as when I was first started preaching, Charles, I used to thought the sermon was determined on me. I got to do my part, study and do my homework. I got to do that part, Bert. But I didn't know that the results of the sermon don't have nothing to do with me, Keith. The Bible says, they that hunger and thirst after righteousness shall be full. There's a feeling that takes place when y'all come in with an appetite. And then when you come in, you don't have no appetite and you don't want to be here. You can tell because the service just plateaued. And you can feel it. Sometimes the preacher will think that's me. That ain't me. Just like when the service is high and God used the service. That ain't me either. Take myself out of the equation. That's God. And that's God people wanting something for him. And when you want something from him, answer. And I told him, just because we're in these hallways, if you shift the atmosphere, yeah, if you get an appetite, you ask me to do it, ask him to do it. Woo! He'll open up the door without me saying nothing to you. Because watch this, God is the only self-existing God that desires to reveal himself to his people. In other words, God waiting on the opportunity to show you who he is. She just lists the names of God. And even they not accurate enough to interpret who he really is. Meaning I'm giving you all these names, Nikki, so you can learn me. I'm many metaphors of who I really am in your life. It is. Somebody say I need faith. Last when I leave here, lady, I'm gonna get out your way. Yeah, moving on to maybe. Lastly but not least, if you're gonna move, you got to invest in your future. Here it is. Look what Ruth did when she get to Bethlehem. This was y'all love to talk about. Here it is. Ruth made up her mind. She was gonna glean from the fields. Ooh. This is what I love about this lady. They leave Moab hurt. Leave Moab in an emotional famine, lost. Show up in Bethlehem. Watch this, Nikki, just in time, Charles. It's harvest season in Bethlehem. I tell you, Bethlehem means the house of bread. They show up in the season that they reaping barley. Watch this, Bird. They didn't just show up at any time. They showed up during reaping season. Some of y'all, if you were to catch this, you would take out, run out that door. This was crazy, actually. They show up in a season that they don't deserve to show up in. They didn't plant nothing, Zeno. Yeah, they didn't ever put nothing in the ground. They didn't have time. They showed up when everybody else was reaping. Ooh, I want to be messing, just tell a handful of y'all this next season when I'm talking about walking in miracles, you about to start walking in stuff that you didn't plant. The Bible said houses that you didn't build, land that you didn't plow in. You're about to walk into Bethlehem, the house of bread. It said that she started gleaming in the field. This is what's crazy about it. She started gleaming in the field, and as she began to work the field, she caught Boaz's eyes. Now, it ain't a relationship Sunday, but if I was giving y'all tools and tips of relationship goals, I said the first thing, if you're trying to find somebody, you need to start working. Because here it is now. Here it is now. Ruth is working, and she catch Boaz's eyes. Watch it now. She got to be some kind of worker, Mama Carol, because she ain't the only one working. But it's something about the way she worked, that make Boaz say, who is that right there? Yeah, it's something about the way she worked, that make Boaz. She doing the same thing that the other women doing, but it's how she do it. I don't know. I don't know what she got on, Nikki. I ain't going to be messing. I'm trying to behave, bird. Y'all pray for me. But it's something about Ruth that's a little bit different. That girl from Moab, she ain't no Bethlehem chick. She a Moab chick, so pray for her because she's just learning about the house of bread. But she's working, and she catch Boaz's eyes. It's important to understand Boaz is connected to Naomi because they part of the family of her father. Watch this, of her father-in-law, which is Naomi's husband. Watch it now. He's connected to the family. So he tell Ruth to keep working Tell her keep working, keep doing what you're doing. You don't have to go to nobody else's field because they're going to protect you where I'm going to protect you. She go home and tell Naomi who she been working for. Naomi said, girl, that's good. It's an old woman to tell you what to do. A good woman, a good old woman to tell you how to keep a man. She said, hey, girl, next time you go back, keep doing it. Next time he lay down, lay at his feet. Ooh, I wish Naomi could tell you how to take care of a man. She said, just lay at his feet and then watch this. Look what she says, and just do what he tell you to do. Here it is, she giving wisdom. And some of y'all going to miss the point that's going to bless you on this morning. Naomi thought she had lost everything just to come back. Didn't realize. Here it is, Charles, help me. This is where I want to be at this morning. We're going to try to catch our wings. Here it is. This is going to bless you. This is going to bless you. Some of you don't get it. Because long story short, got to hurry up because my time gone. Boaz and Ruth make Obadiah. That don't mean nothing to you, but if you had a little Sunday school in, you understand that Obadiah is Jesse's daddy. That still don't mean nothing to you. That don't mean nothing to you. Jesse's daddy, which make Obadiah, watch this, David, great-granddaddy. I just want to have somebody on this morning which suggests that the 42 generation that Jesus came through Ruth. It would have never came through Ruth, and she never would have followed Naomi. And all I'm trying to tell you is when you make a move in this season, it's going to be blessings and miracles follow you and protect you. Ruth, I understand, to give her life as a widow, she had to give up her protection, give up guarantees, give her future up, all on a maybe. And I come to prophesy to tell somebody on this morning, you're moving on a maybe, but your miracle is tied into a maybe. Look at your neighbor and tell them, my miracle is tied into my maybe. I said, look at your neighbor and tell them my miracle is tied into my maybe. I want to tell you, just like she moved forward, God moved forward. Just like she had to take a step, God took a step. Just like she had to have faith that required that she didn't certain about what God want to do. It's a faith that is a requirement for God to move. I want to tell you, sometimes your maybe will make you make a move. I want to say it one more time for the hearing impaired. Sometimes your maybe will make you take a move in spite of what it looks like, in spite of what you're going through. You got to trust him in spite of. And I come to tell you all month long that God is dropping miracles based on people that's willing to move. Look at somebody close to you and just say, make a move, make a move, make a move. Some of y'all ain't saying that. Look at somebody close to you and say, make a move, make a move, make a move. Regardless if you trust God, when you make a move, your miracle is tied to your move. Look at your neighbor and say, give me some room. I'm about to start making moves in my finances, making moves in my marriage, making moves in my ministry, making moves in my faith. I'm just busting the move because his miracles tied to my maybe. When I learn to trust God, God will shift my life. If I had Ruth to testify, she would testify that she went to Bethlehem as a widow. Then she went to Bethlehem as a widow, turned into a worker, went from being a worker to being a wife, went from being a wife to being a wealthy woman, all because she moved on a maybe. Look at your neighbor and say, I'm about to bust a move. I know it might not feel like it. I know I might not look like it, but I'm about to bust a move because miracles are tied to my maybe. Miracles are tied to my move. Look at your neighbor and say, ain't the Lord all right? Look at your neighbor and say, ain't the Lord all right? I say, ain't the Lord all right? I know he's all right. I'm trying to tell you, God want to make a miracle out of your maybe if you'll trust him. If you'll trust him. Listen to me, please stand all over their face. This was crazy. This was crazy. Naomi is frustrated with God. Bird, Naomi is angry with God. How can you let them down on me like that? I trusted you to move from Bethlehem to Moab. And you let me get here 10 years later, I lose everything? Then you will send me back with this God that won't leave? So much stuff got on my nerves, she stopped talking to her. But what she didn't know, you finna be a part of the greatest legacy there ever been. Christ's DNA finna come down through this line. You're gonna forever be memorialized and remembered because of your faith. This was crazy in Hebrews 11 when they talk about the hallmark of faith. Naomi is one of the people they bring up. We call it the Hall of Famers of faith. Nigga, this what got me. How she a Hall of Famer of faith and she lose her faith? Bird, how can God bring her up when he's trying to get a definition of faith and she lost it? He said, tell him because I'm a redeemer. Yeah. I'm going to use her moment of doubt to change generations. Yeah. Because why? That's when I'm strong in your weakness. I want to talk to somebody on this morning. The devil been making you think you're weak. And that's good. Because when you're weak, that's when he's strong. Told somebody, I'm so glad the enemy exposed my weakness. Now he could be strong in that part. I could go to him and I could go to God and say, this is my weakness. Give it to him. That's what he's going to make strong. Study your scriptures. Everybody that had a weakness, that's what he used. He never used strength. Not by power, not by might, but by my spirit. What is that, nigga? He take the weakness and then he breathed upon the breath of God. Pneuma, the wind of God. That's what he used to cause a change, to cause a miracle in your life. Real quickly, for the sake of time, everybody bomb rush the altar real quick. Real quick, everybody come, everybody come, everybody come, everybody come. That's where I want to be. Everybody come. There you go. We ain't got time. I got to go hear my pastor preach. I might get saved today.